Hello guys, Garcia here. This is the beginning of a new playthrough on the channel, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines War Games. So this is a complete overhaul of the Bloodlines game. So basically, forget everything that you know about Bloodlines. This is a complete, from the ground up, completely new story, completely new game. Basically only using like the rule sets. So basically, the systems of the game are the same, but the story is completely different. Your character will basically be a part of like some espionage and some shenanigans in the Second World War. So we are going to visit Berlin, Paris, Portsmouth, and Zurich. These are the 4 new hubs. So it's a completely different game. As I said, it's an overhaul. It's not like a mod. It's a completely new game. So if you ever thought to yourself, man, I wish there was like a new Bloodlines, or if Bloodlines 2 will never is never like released, at least that there were like a different Bloodlines game with basically the same character, not the same characters, but the same style of gameplay, the same type of game, but like either an expansion or a different version of the game. This is it. This is Vampire the Masquerade War Games, basically. So before we proceed here, a couple things. First of all, this mod was created by modders that basically lurk in the Planet Vampire forums. And I've been lurking there for like the longest time now, like 6-7 years now. And unfortunately, I think was this year, the forum was completely shut down, unfortunately. And the reason that happened is apparently, that's why what I could gather is that unfortunately the person that was taking care of the forums passed away. So basically the web domain got lost in the shuffle. So we lost the forum for a while. So everybody basically like migrated to Reddit, everybody that wasn't already there. And then they created a second one a few months ago. And that one didn't last either, unfortunately. Now we have a new one, a third one, and this one just recently started. So I was not going to play Vampire for the next game. I was going to play something completely different for the PS2. We'll talk about that in another opportunity. So I decided to play Vampire War Games because I already played this mod before. I played it last year. We are still in 2023 when I'm recording this. This is like the 30th of like December. So there has been like at least like 3 or 4 patches for the mod. I think at least 3. So the main creator of the mod is not working on the mod anymore, I think. But other members of the Planet Vampire community, other modders, are working on it and creating patches for it to like increase basically to make the experience like smoother and like fixing bugs and things of that nature. So the mod is way better than when I started playing it a few years ago. It's a fantastic mod. It's a top to bottom new Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines experience, completely new. There are a few issues with this mod. So for example, I'm going to show you guys here. For me to record this, I actually had to lower the resolution, so that's why the numbers are like all, not the numbers, the letters are all weird. That's because I had to lower the resolution, because there's a lot of like FPS drops, and all of the hubs are like gigantic. So there's a lot of stuff to load and all that stuff. And Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines has never been a game that has like a good performance. Never had, never will. Because the foundation of the game is kind of broken and the game is very old, right? So even if you have like 64 RAM, 64 gigs of RAM, you are not going to be able to use all of it and all that stuff. So unfortunately, that's what I had to do to record it. But there will be some FPS drops here and there, but the game is completely 100% playable. There are some bugs too, but you can totally complete the game without any problems. I already did twice. I played with a Tremere and a Bruja. So this time around we will play with a Toreador. First because it's my favorite clan, and second because I already played with a Tremere. the clan quest mod that I already have on my channel, so I might as well play a different clan, you know. And I don't want to play any of the like more complicated ones like Malkavian or the Nosferatu, you know. Another thing that this mod has is voiced characters. Most of the characters in the game have voices. Some of them are like computer generated. Others were basically dubbed by members of the community itself. And the community in the Planet Vampire forums has a lot of people from Europe, basically. So a lot of the characters will have an accent, just like I have. So it's not like a problem at all. To me, it's completely fine. But it might be to you watching or playing this. So give the guys a break. They did a fantastic job with this mod. Probably, I think it's one of the greatest overhauls of any game ever. You could literally put this on Steam and sell it. That's how good this thing is. And very few people are working on this. So it's like a very small group. So it's incredibly impressive what they were able to accomplish here. So we're going to play this today. I apologize if the introduction was very long, but there were a lot of things that I needed to say before we started. So basically completely new game, so let's go. So even like the screens, everything else is completely different. It's kind of weird too because of the resolution. I'm not used to this type of resolution. But it made the game so much better. I tested earlier. My god, just like I gained, no joke, like 15 FPS at least, just by changing the resolution. All the models are completely different, by the way. Let's go over a few of them. So Gangrel, so Malkavian, Nosferatu. They look like they have no eyes, but don't worry, they have. Just the way it's shown here. And Ventru. So no new clans, all the old clans are back with the histories and all that stuff. So this is the female Bruja, the Gangrel, obviously always on all fours here. Malkavian, always dressed like the college girl here. Toreador, Tremere, and Ventru. So this game obviously has completely different like antagonists. We are going to go with this name because this was the name I was using here to test. So I like this name, so I'm gonna go with it. I wanted a name that had like a hyphen, so that's why I chose this. And Sophie because I like the name Sophie. I think it's a beautiful name. So we're gonna go with a lady Toreador. There you go, very classy, as all the Toreadors should be because they are the closest vampires to like regular humans, you know. Once again, I apologize for the long introduction, but I really think that giving this introduction will give will contextualize a lot of like the process of creating the mod and why the mod is how it is. Because basically, this is the most ambitious mod in the entire history of modding for this game. And it's a history that dates back to the release of this game. I don't even remember when it was, 2004, 2006, something like that. So it's been like 20 years of people like modding this. So like this is the result of a lot of different things that the community modded over the years, like models and things of that nature. And they just brought together in one like big mod and just created this amazing thing. There will be credits in the beginning of the game for the creators of the mod, and then you guys will see who actually made it. So for the Toreador here, I already read all of these, so we're going to go with Uncanny Awareness here. You receive greater benefits from Auspex and can maintain its effects longer. So unfortunately, the sheer volume of information makes you more deliberate than most, so it costs you more experience to raise your celerity and discipline. I chose this because I never use celerity in this game. Ever. I never had a build in any of my playthroughs, like 50 playthroughs that I played of this game in different mods over the years. Never use celerity. I don't care all that much about celerity. And these are the old disciplines, not the clan quest disciplines, so only 14 seconds, as you can see. I can skip the intro, but I'm not going to, obviously, because we're going to play this fully. Presence is cool, but also has the same problem. It doesn't last a whole lot. So that's why I'm choosing Auspex here. And also because the last time I played this game, I actually played with a Bruja. So I played with basically a puncher, a brawler. So this time around I want to play with someone that uses firearms. And also this mod has the Leduska firearms mod, which basically adds a bunch of different weapons to the game. They are way more powerful too, which means that the enemies are also more powerful. And since we are in a playing a mod that has like basically the World War motif, that means that a lot of the enemies we are going to fight against are soldiers, meaning that they have firearms too. So it's like, overall it's a way harder game than the base game, but like Bloodlines has never been like really hard. That's never been the selling point of the game, or the problem of the game for some people. So should be fine. So Sophie Walker Scott, Toreador, female, has uncanny awareness. So let's see what we can do here. So basically here we are going to go the Bloodline strat here, everything on charisma, which makes perfect sense for a Toreador. Here there's a different things here. So decryption, remember this is the 1940s, so there's no like computers here, not like the ones we know of at least. So instead of hacking, we are going to decrypt stuff, meaning we are going to use like Morse code and things of that nature instead of like hacking stuff, obviously. So that's why decryption is here. The rest works basically the same. Actually, decryption works exactly the same as hacking, just has a different name. So we're going to use a cipher. So there's a description here. Indicates your character's ability to understand ciphered messages. Cipher is needed for the decryption feat. There you go. Alright, so we are going to start with wits to get 1 in decryption. I always do that. I always give like myself the most amount of like covert skills as possible to be very like adaptable to most situations, you know. There's a lot of quests in this game. By the way, there's not a single quest in this game that like is the same as one in the original game. Even the ones that have the same structure, they are slightly different. And there are a bunch of them that have nothing to do with the game. Even the whole objective of this game is completely different, you guys will see. Alright, so I'm going to put 1 point in scholarship to get more persuasion and research to be able to use books and stuff. And 1 in cipher. Skills, we are going to go with security for lockpicking. And talents, we are not going to use brawl, nor intimidation, or subterfuge. So let's go the regular Toreador route and just put 3 points on dodge. So we are very tanky from the early going here. And we are not going to use presence nor celerity, so Auspex, there you go. So this is our initial profile here. Alright, so let's go. So remember, every single aspect of this game is different than the original. So 1943 in London. The war's still going. The theater. We are watching Nosferatu because why not? Based on Dracula by Bram Stoker. Sir. This part is always laggy. I don't know why, but it is what it is. But it's fine. Basically, that's our character we are watching in the movies here. So as you can see, the entire makeup of the city is different. Uses the same assets, but positions them in a completely different pattern. Alright. The cars are super old, as you can see. Cars from the time. Why are you going in the alley? Why, Sophie? Why? Don't go. That's a mistake. Some recruitment posters. Join the Navy. Oh, and now she was embraced. And that's it. That's the beginning of the game. So a fan created mod for Bloodlines. So directed by Arget, or Art, I don't know how to pronounce it. Everybody else that was involved, including Wasp, the man behind the unofficial patch. As you can see, it's like collective effort. So basically, Art is basically the main guy, so to speak, the one that really idealized the project and created most of it. And the rest of the guys are people that either helped with like either models or different mods or bug fixes or things of that nature. And also people that helped him actually like build the maps and things and similar processes, so to speak. So we just woke up. So let's check everything here. So because I'm using a different resolution, this is way bigger than normally is. But other than that, should be fine. You guys will see why changing the resolution is actually important. So all specs will last longer, which is great. Problem is we are going to lose double our humanity here. So hopefully we'll be able to deal with that. Okay, inventory, we don't have anything on us. Literally nothing, only our clothing here. This is Elysium. Alright. So this guy right here is going to give us, like, this is our sire. He's going to give us like a huge exposition dump. So after this dialogue, we'll be able to understand everything that this mod is about. I'm going to save here. I have already a bunch of saves here because I was testing today. Okay.
Good, you're awake. Please, sit down.
So, what? Where am I?
Please stay calm. I will explain everything. Have a seat.
Yeah, there's no reason to rage at this guy. He looks very dangerous. So, alright, but please tell me what's going on.
Now then, as to where you are, this is my home. I carried you here last Saturday.
Saturday, but that means I've been out for 3 days.
Precisely. Tell me, how do you feel?
How do I feel? It feels amazing, but at the same time repulsive. I think I can cope with this new condition. Please tell me how I can survive these nights.
Some of what you may know is true. Very little isn't, as a matter of fact.
I'm listening.
The rules are simple. To survive, you must drink blood. You are no longer capable of sustaining yourself with mortal foods. In exchange for this, you have been gifted several unique abilities, the most prominent of which is eternal life.
Oh, looks like that is the best part.
Just as in the Nosferatu movie, sunlight is invariably fatal to you. Rushing water, garlic, silver, and items of religious importance will do you little harm. Neither are you by any means compelled to sort minuscule objects. A stake can paralyze you if it pierces your heart. You have more reason to fear firearms than you do a crucifix.
I see.
But among all others, our chief weakness is the beast.
The beast?
The beast is the demon of every vampire in existence. It grants us our abilities, and at the same time is the most dangerous risk we face in our lives. It is a wellspring of animalistic fury, hidden in the back of your mind. And if you are properly provoked, it can take control of you for its own ends.
So it looks like a primal instinct.
Regaining control once you frenzy is difficult, but entirely possible. The easiest way to retain control is to keep a tight hold on your humanity, or to hold fast to a purpose of some kind.
So all of this is incredible.
There are many of us, all over this earth. There are many different factions among our people, living silently in the shadows of the skyscrapers being built by humans, and many different clans among us, each with their own unique familial legacies. Know this, the word for ourselves is kindred. I am your sire, and you are my child. We have a word for what you once were as well. Kind.
Kind?
Yes, did you not feed on cattle in your life? We have adopted the term. It is most fitting.
So these clans you speak of, can you go into more detail?
There are believed to be 13 kindred lineages, all descended from the biblical Cain. 7 side with the Camarilla. These are the Ventru, Toreador, Gangrel, Malkavians, Nosferatu, Tremere, and Bruja. 2 clans form the backbone of the Sabbat, the Shemisi and the Lusombra. The rest are independent, the Giovanni, Ravnos, Assamites, and the followers of Set.
So what are the factions?
There are many factions among kindred, but the 2 most powerful are the Camarilla and the Sabbat. I count myself among the Camarilla's ranks, as should you now.
So Camarilla understood?
You may be wondering how our kind have remained undiscovered since the dawn of man. This is due to careful preservation of secrecy, laws instituted by a governing body of kindred who keep our secret safe from mortals. That is the Camarilla.
I see.
We exist everywhere, and we have eyes on everything. For every drifter telling a story of a monster wandering the highway, or a sewer worker who sees something he shouldn't, there are news reporters and widely respected skeptics to debunk these stories as hoaxes. These may be kindred, though more often they are ghouls in our employ. In any case, this so-called masquerade, the great lie we use to shield ourselves from mortals, is preserved.
So what's a ghoul?
A ghoul is a mortal who has drunk of vitae, the blood of a kindred. This is different from the embrace. It does not turn them into a vampire, but it does gift them temporary immortality, increased strength, and limited disciplines for as long as they continue to drink of the blood. In exchange for these abilities, they are blood-bound to their regent, the vampire who holds the bond.
So what is a blood bond?
The vitae of kindred has several unique qualities. If anything drinks it, be they mortal, animal, or kindred themselves, they will be blood-bound, emotionally chained to their regent. If it is drunk twice, then the bond is strengthened. The most powerful blood bonds come from those who drink 3 times from the same kindred, rendering them hopelessly devoted.
So that sounds horrible. To take away something else's free will is just wrong.
Quite. Which is why you'll most likely be unhappy to know that all childer are one step bloodbound to their sire from the embrace.
So what?
Do not worry about it. If it is any concern, a weak blood bond typically wears off in about a year.
Alright, so not sure if that makes me feel any better, but continue.
4 years ago, the Second Great War began, and it pulled all nations and people into it. Not even kindred were unaffected by something on this scale.
So I know it, I'm an agent. I don't know why that doesn't have sound this part, so let's read. So sides were quickly chosen. So the Camarilla have sided with the Allies, and the Sabbat supports the Axis. So as you know, the allied nations are the United States, the United Kingdom, the Soviet Union, and China. The Axis is composed of Germany, Spain, Japan, and Italy. So the Sabbat sided with the Nazis, and obviously, and the Camarilla sided with the Allies. So
this world war has been raging for 4 years now, but 2 months ago, something changed.
all right.
The Camarilla received word that the Allies have unlocked the possibility of a new kind of weapon, one that could theoretically end the war instantly. The United States are endeavoring to create this under the title Project Manhattan.
So you're kidding?
However, we recently discovered the Allies are not the only ones to think of this. 5 days ago, an agent of ours discovered certain documents pertaining to a similar project that Germany is working on, titled Project Uranium. I don't think I need to explain what might happen if they finish this before we're ready.
Impossible. So we believe that the Sabbat are supporting them in this endeavor. There is a German La Sombra in charge of the project, who we have only identified as that name that I can pronounce. So we do not have any kindred readily available in the area, which is why I have made the decision to embrace you. So we need you to act as an agent of the Camarilla in this affair. You must discover the whereabouts of the Project Uranium and abort this plutonian child before it can begin its hellish birth. So I cannot go into the Axis territory. My face is known by the Sabbat. And just why should I help you?
That is a good question. Perhaps you will be willing to do it, knowing that if you do, you will have forever secured a position and respect in the Camarilla.
That's a good point. I'll do it.
Excellent. You are to leave for the town of Portsmouth tomorrow evening. We have a spy stationed in the area who will help you get in contact with the resistance in Paris. It seems they have some leads on the possible location of Project Uranium. For tonight, however, I will prepare you for your future existence by sating your curiosity and teaching you to use your abilities.
Alright.
Tell me, are you hungry?
Yes, actually.
Come, I will show you how to hunt. In a few days, you can depart.
Okay. So I'm going to skip this because just simple things. He's talking about all the different skills that we can use to persuade or seduce and things of that nature. And also feeding. So I'm just going to skip this part. Alright, finally. Good luck, my child. It will be hard, but please try not to get carried away. Mary has been by my side for a very long time, so it's his goal. Hey, lady. Evening, miss. I assume you are my dinner? Something like that. What do I need to do? So don't be so tight, miss. It may be too unusual for the first time, but we'll get used to it soon. So please come close. Do you feel it? Let your tongue slide on my neck. Leave the rest to your fangs. Okay. So she's coaching me here, basically. Alright, so let's be careful here. That's enough. Alright. There you go. It was hard, but I could stop at the right moment. So good, I'm glad you were able to tame your inner beast. Well, at least right now. Not succumbing to his sweet temptation. Continue in the same spirit and you'll be able to live for hundreds of years. Thanks for everything, my sire. Take care of yourself, my child. We'll meet up soon. So there you go. So he explained basically everything that we needed to know. So we are in 1943. We are in the middle of the war. Our character here is already an agent. So we were already working as a spy for probably one of the I don't remember which one. I'm going to call them allies. I'm going to go with that name. I don't remember the historical name. But we are working for the allies, meaning for the States and Russia and all that stuff. And probably we were trying to dig up some dirt on the Axis or some sort of like useful information for our allies, you know. So they chose us to be their representative in this quest to discover as many or as much information as possible about basically the German version of the atom bomb, which is one of the historical things that most people like either don't know a whole lot about or never think of that because of how it ended up going historically. But what if Germany had gotten its hands on like a atom bomb or several of them? It would be a completely different world today. Especially if the people that were working on the atom bomb, several of them were either German, like Austrian or Polish. So what if all of them stayed and created the bombs there? You know what I mean? There were attempts by like both sides to disrupt the creation of the bomb and disrupt especially the research that would lead eventually to the bomb. There's a lot of that on the recent Oppenheimer movie. If you are curious about the subject, I don't know a whole lot about the subject, but I do know that they were pretty close, like really close. So this is basically the idea of the game. We are vampires that are we are also an agent, and we are working not only for the Camarilla but also for the Allies in the war against the Sabbat / the Axis. And we need to learn as much as possible about the bomb in order to either disrupt the process or completely like either like shut the door on the possibility of the bomb getting made. So we'll probably have to like either like destroy some laboratory or kill some scientists or things of that nature. We'll see. So as you can see, it's completely different from like Bloodlines. Bloodlines is basically you became a vampire and now you are trying to survive in the night, like learning about the factions and trying to pick a side, basically. So it's basically all about you. Here is all about the cause. So as you can see, it's a completely different scenario. You know what I mean? So let's talk to our sire here for the last time.
Good evening, my child. I came here to wake you up. I have paid a room for you in the Portsmouth Hotel. You have a reservation under the name Morna. In the drawer of your room you will find some items that you'll probably need and info on how to contact our female spy there.
So, thanks, sire. As I said, I won't disappoint you.
It's time to leave. Hurry up. The train is about to depart. We will stay in touch.
Okay. So we are moving from London to Portsmouth. So there you go, now we are actually playing here. So, that's the story of the game. That's very interesting, right? How the hell did a guy had this idea in the first place is beyond me. So, I remember a lot of what I did, because it hasn't been like even 2 years since the last time I played. But I don't remember everything. And as you can see, I'm already having slowdowns, even with a lower resolution. Because this place is absolutely gigantic. It's the biggest, probably ever. The biggest hub of all time. So I remember a few of the quest givers.
Hello, madam.
Hello, I would like to know the destination of the station.
There's a bombardment alert. The station is closed. No trains will leave until further notice. Sorry.
I see. Good night. So as you can see, the bombardments are happening right now. So several of the NPCs will be talking about the war, or what the war like caused in their lives and all that stuff. So it's a very different context, obviously. So this city will be like mostly peaceful, but later when we move to the next hub, definitely things will change. So this is Portsmouth. So eventually we are gonna go to Paris. Paris obviously will be a war zone, because Paris, the Nazis marched into Paris actually. So it was like basically almost completely destroyed. Then we go to Zurich, then we go to Berlin. Zurich is more of a neutral ground, but Berlin obviously is like home base for them. So yeah, it's going to be very complicated. So this mod is going to be, this playthrough is going to be as long as the regular Masquerade playthrough is going to be, was. So I have no idea how many episodes it's going to take. But this is basically everything we needed to know to start. So that's the story, that's the setting. I already talked about the mod, so let's actually start playing. So there's a lot of side quests and things of that nature here. So basically the idea when you play a new mod is to like try to talk to everybody, you know, to see if like anybody's a quest giver.
Yeah.
The city's huge. Oh, I can talk to this guy. Oh, this is the guy from the restaurant.
Evening, madame.
Oh, evening. Is no one dining? This place looks deserted.
Yes, I'm thinking about closing the restaurant. I'm having problems with the fish. A lot of clients have been sick lately. No one wants to eat here anymore.
So tell me more. Perhaps I can help you.
There isn't much to say. The restaurant specializes fish and chips. But lately, the fish have been making people sick.
I see. If I ever go to the pier, I will investigate it.
If you can find out what's wrong, you could save my business. I will reward you.
Okay, I'll think about it. So as you can see, there's like voice characters, but it's all over the place. Some of them are like borderline professionally dubbed, and others are not so great, and others are completely digitally made, right? So there's not like a consistency in terms of like the methods they used. So some characters have complete voice lines, others have some, and so on and so on. But as I told you guys, this is such a minor problem given the scope of the project, you know what I mean? Alright, so this is like a decryption machine, Morse code machine. What is this thing called? Like a telegraph? I don't know the name in English. I'm trying to think of a name.
Huh? Good evening.
Hello, the radio station's open 24 hours.
Yes, programs and whatnot. At night, it's just music and news mostly.
Does this place functions? Oh yeah, a telegraph. Functions like a telegraph station as well?
Well, yes, but if you can wait until morning, it will be better.
Better? Why?
It's sort of embarrassing. Can you find another way?
So you can trust me, explain the problem, perhaps I can help you.
Alright, alright. I told the army I knew Morse code because I'm afraid of being drafted as a soldier, so I got this job instead. But I don't know anything of Morse code. I can't decode and deliver any message. Please, if someone find out about this...
Alright, easy, easy, I'll try to help you.
Really? Thank you. Look, there is a book with the basic on the table. You are a lifesaver.
Okay, so I'll take care of this. Alright, so this is actually a very interesting character, because if you think about it, during the war times throughout history, everyone that didn't want to go to the war, which is like most people, they had to basically create or lie for them to be able to stay safe. So in this case, this guy basically lied, saying that he's a technician, that he knows Morse code and stuff, but he doesn't, so we need to help him out. This is the book he told us about, Riddles for Children. This is probably the replacement for the hacking books. This is like a decrypting book. Yeah, it raises our decryption knowledge. We probably can use this with one, because if we had two here already, this book would probably be useless. That's why I didn't put 2 points in that. But that's basically because of my understanding of the old Bloodlines. Okay. Funny to call the other game Old Bloodlines when this one happens like 60 years before. But you know what I mean. Okay, so now let's try to translate the message here. Alright, one message, one encrypted. So I guess message, right? Okay. There you go, Morse code. Mrs. Smith. So, hello mom. I'm sorry to hear that the family house blew up in the last bombing. I will be here on Friday to take you to London. Meanwhile, take advantage of your job as a chef in the hotel. Rent a room and wait for me there. Okay. So they're going to run away. I'm trying to read here, but my eyesight is absolutely atrocious.
Hey, did you decode and deliver any message?
Not yet, but soon. Oh, I actually need to deliver the message. I see. So she works in the hotel. So we need to go to the hotel to find the agent that we need to contact. That is going to put us in contact with the resistance, Jesus, in Paris. You know. So there's a bunch of random NPCs, like filling the city here. So if we need to feed, we can feed on them. So as you can see, it's slowed down, as I showed you guys. But this happens mostly on the like huge open maps like this. In the instance like part of the game, like inside houses and bases and things of that nature, is super fine. So don't worry about it too much. Okay, this is the restaurant. So that's why the guy is outside here, because the business is not doing so well. There's a lot of quests from that you need to solve using many different methods. So there's a quest that involve just like espionage or obtaining information, or just entering and destroying everybody, or just looking for stuff. There's a lot of variety, you know. Okay, so some old school thugs from the baseline Bloodlines here.
Well, look what we have here. Good evening, miss. Welcome to Baker's Wagon, the right place to find supplies in these hard times.
Oh, supplies.
I suppose I don't need to warn a lady that my man won't act gentlemanlike if you try something stupid.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'll try to remember it.
Good. Here you can find everything that you need.
So are you going to talk all night, or are you going to sell me something?
Better. That's what I like to hear. I'm only gonna show you my regular stuff, since I don't trust you. You know you're a cooper, you see?
Okay. Well, so unfortunately we don't have money for anything. We have $0. But this guy's going to give me a quest too.
Don't mean to be intruding, but this ain't the sort of thing a lady like you usually needs.
So I am a dangerous lady, so you sure you want to know?
Easy, dear. Just wondering if someone who needs these weapons could do some work for me.
So what do you have in mind?
I
So you've got my attention. So a warehouse owner came here asking for a loan. So you know the kind of sad story. I have no money, my sons are starving.
But the time for payback has expired. I have a reputation to maintain, so I need him dead. Do this, and I pay you, and give you access to my premium stock. How does that sound?
Alright, sounds like a good deal for you. I want a discount at your store as well.
I like you, Missy. Alright, when I know he's dead, you get a discount.
Okay, deal.
To direct you here. The warehouse is near your charge. You can't miss it. Now, you need some tools for the job.
No, I'm ready. Okay, so we have an assassination quest like right away. So if you played Bloodlines, this is basically Fat Larry's quest, but just like a simpler version of it. You buy stuff, he notices that you are buying like some heavy artillery and all that stuff. Some weaponry. So he decides to ask us for like a favor. Same thing. This quest obviously is going to be way less like dangerous than... The Fat Larry quest is one of the toughest quests in the game. Easily. You can screw it up incredibly easily. So this is a gas station. Oh, hello.
Hello, need a refill?
No thanks, I came to Portsmouth by train. I don't have a car.
Oh, I see. Can I help you with something else? The shop has closed at this time.
I don't know. So what is the word on the street?
Let me think. Well, the war is the main event. Everybody talks about it.
So you have something else in your mind? Tell me, please.
The business isn't going well nowadays.
Oh, seriously? So I thought this was the only filling station in town?
Yes, the only one for 20 miles around. But I know the construction workers steal fuel from their machines and sell it cheap.
Oh, so they are stealing the fuel. Huh? I see a creative solution for hard times.
In my opinion, it's unfair. But the police is almost not present since the war started.
I see. Look, perhaps I can help you, but times are hard for me too, meaning pay me.
Really? Okay, if you help me, I will give you £100.
100, huh? I was thinking about 125.
Man, all this money. Okay, I have no options.
Alright, fine. Explain where they sell the fuel.
I don't know where they say they fuel, but during the day they work in the building right here.
So do you want me to teach them a lesson?
Well, I don't like violence, but if you can ruin their business, I will be happy.
I see, understood. I will return. So there you go. We barely walked here. We walked basically in a straight line. We already got 4 quests. We have a lot of quests. And we have several still to get. So let's just explore the city a little bit. So it's going to be painful in terms of FPS because the place is gigantic. But I'm telling you guys, the game is worth it. And if you guys have watched any of my content, you know that I don't have the greatest PC. My Oblivion playthrough has basically the same problem. Okay.
What's wrong?
I don't think this version of the game has the blood timer, meaning that I don't need to like feed every once in a while, only after I use disciplines. So there's like a square here. Oh, is that Chunk? Yeah, that's the Chunk model. Good old Chunk. Oh, some wolves. Telephone, okay. Yeah, I cannot enter here yet. There are some items like around the city, but you have to look for them. I know only of 2. I'll get them pretty soon. Oh, I don't have a lockpick yet. I'll probably need to... the first quest that I need to do is probably the agent quest, because probably I'll get the lockpick. Without the lockpick, probably there will be several quests that I cannot do. Oh, there's a quest too, Lady Vampire.
You are one of my kind.
So what? Don't speak about this in public.
Oh, yes, sorry. I can't think clearly. haven't fit for a week. I smell the blood. Oh, damn it.
So control yourself. This is the beast talking. If you can't control it, the military police will shoot you. You will die and expose our nature.
But I'm famished, and I can't get myself to feed from living people.
Oh, I see. So okay, listen. I will help you. I'll try find something or someone to fix you.
Did you see the big tank in the park? It's a provisional medical facility for the injured soldiers on the Navy destroyer Savage. I can smell the blood inside.
Okay, wait here. I'll return with something. Don't do something silly.
Yes, come back soon, please.
So please wait for me and try not to kill anyone. So there you go. Quest number 5. This is a pub. Murphy's Law. We're not going to enter here because I know that there's a quest related to this pub here. We're going to get the quest pretty soon, so I'm not going to enter yet. So there's a tunnel and one lady of the night here. Different type than I am. Oh, I see.
Hello.
Hello. Isn't it a bit late to keep working?
Yes, you are right about that,
But
I have been having some money problems lately, so I need to do extra hours.
I see. So mind explaining what happened?
There are some men. They come here every week and demand money.
So tell me about them.
They are 3 big tour guys. They approached me a month ago.
Tell me where to find them.
They like Murphy's Law. It's a pub nearby. Sometimes they drink there.
I'll take care of it. This will be a laugh.
You mean you want to help me out? You really don't have to, but if you want to...
So it seems so. So there you go. We got another quest. I didn't expect the quest for the pub to be like right outside of the pub, but hey. This is the central square, so as you can see the place is just gigantic. We can enter here too. I don't even remember what's this place here. Oh, really fancy. Let's check for items. Very important. Right now we have literally 0 equipment of any kind and money. We don't have anything. Oh, so I can actually enter. Oh, this place is very cool. I like this a lot. I wish this was like our base. Oh, and by the way, I don't think there's a base in this mod. Meaning like a house that you always come back to. Because once you move from like a city to the next, I don't think you can go back. I think you can go back to Paris. Because Paris is like LA, basically. It's like the, let's call it like the main hub. You can keep going back if you want to. But I don't remember having like an actual base. I'm calling it a base, but you know it's a haven. Just the way that I refer to it. So I cannot open the drawer here. Okay. What's that? Some classical paintings. Okay, bathroom. Nothing. Alright. So let's check the other one. Lockpick. Fuck. Alright, I can open this one. Okay. Oh, books. Maybe there's a skill book somewhere here. Probably not. Alright, so TV. Very old clock. They were very careful to like only reuse assets from the game that like could pass as like being something old or something that back in the day would like exist. Luckily the normal like refrigerators from the base game already look like they are old as fuck, so they can use them again here without too much of a problem. A recent patch removed all of the modern noises. So for example, they removed the noises of like cars, modern cars, and they also removed the noises of cell phones, which yeah, absolutely. So they are like slowly but surely making the game more and more like creating like a vibe of you are actually in the 40s, you know what I mean? Cannot interact with this door here, so yeah. There's a quest here, but I cannot do it right now. I don't have the lockpick. I'm pretty sure the first quest we need to do is the agent quest. Usually, I always do the main quests last. I always do like the secondary ones first. But in this game, I have to reverse it just because I need the lockpick. That's basically the main holdover, you know. Okay. Car park. Oh, what's her name? Patty. In the original game. There's a quest related to these cars too. I think it's like the oil quest from the gas station. Oh, I can. Oh, I see. So this is the tent for us to like do the quest for the Lady Vampire. We'll probably not do like any quests in this episode, just like walking around the town and getting as many quests as possible. The ones that I remember. I think since the mod first came out complete, they like didn't add like anything major to it, just like smaller changes and bug fixes and things of that nature, like performance improvements and all that stuff. Okay, so this is the hotel we need to go to. Oh, we also have that quest to deliver like the decrypted message from the telegraph, right? We're going to do that later. So this is the last place we're going to visit. Okay. So this is like an apartment complex, I think. Nothing. So as you can see, like older style of machinery. And those amazing Bloodlines doors that have no handles. They look like more like something that you just put in the walls to like decorate it. Lockpick again. Very annoying. I don't remember where to get a lockpick, by the way. Oh, it might be in our room in the hotel. It's probably there. I thought like I needed to actually meet the agent, but no, I think in our room, the hotel, there's probably going to be a lockpick there. Caroline's. Let's see. Okay. That's like the Resident Evil sky, Resident Evil 4. Okay. Church. Oh, yeah, there's one item here. Neko. There you go. Spaz. That's a pretty good starting weapon. Problem is, obviously, I'm not going to have any bullets, but hey. Oh, this is the warehouse that we probably need to kill the guy for the fella on behind the train there. Nothing in here. Just checking the ground just to see there's something else. I know where a knife is here. Here. There you go. So basically these are our two starting weapons, the knife and the spaz. But I only have like 5 bullets. What the hell? Severed arm. Okay. I have no idea if we will be able to use that for anything. Oh, it's open here? Okay. So as you can see, we haven't even explored the entire city yet. This place is just ridiculously big. So as you can see, it's kind of random. If you look in a certain direction, you have the slowdowns. If you look here, for example, you won't. So I don't know if this is because in this direction there's more like people walking around. I have no idea what causes the problem. Obviously this game cannot use a whole lot of RAM. I have 16 gigs, but this game doesn't use like not even 2, I think. And I don't think there's like a reliable way to force this game to use it. So kind of have to get used to it. We have a quest inside here too later, I remember. This is the Golden Oceans Fish Market. Okay. So let's go into the church, because I'm pretty sure the church is also going to give us a quest. I think this is the last quest we need to get from the ones that we can get outside here. What is this? This big building here? I actually don't have no recollection. Does it look like a Native American? Which is weird because, remember, we are in England, so I have no idea why. Oh my god. Okay, so let's go into the church. Just like walking randomly because I'm trying to remember if there's like more places I need to go. But I think not. So we are going to get all the base quests here. And let's try to get the lockpick too. And the next episode we are going to do a lot of quests. There's a quest. I think is this quest here that starts like a huge quest line. That is like about summoning a demon, a literal demon. No items. This place is actually Elysium.
Good evening, my child. Can I help you?
I hate to ask, but I need some money.
Of course, my child. Here, take a few pounds.
Oh, thank you, Father.
Good evening, my child. Can I help you?
So good evening, Father. I hope you don't mind, but I couldn't help but overhear your prayer. I didn't, but okay.
Yes, I have been praying for guidance in these dark times. Something is on my mind as of late, but then I will not trouble you with it.
Please, Father, perhaps I can help.
Well, very well then. Recently, it has come to my attention that something strange is happening. I was passing out food to the homeless 2 nights ago when I heard mention of a ritual, a sinister one.
Oh, a ritual? You mean like Satanism?
Yes, something along those lines.
Do you think it's some sort of cult?
It is possible. I do not know what to say. I have been praying here for a sign from our Father as to what I should do.
Have you tried calling the police?
What would they do? They cannot start an investigation based on a rumor fallen from a beggar's lips.
That's a weird thing for a father to say. So I could look into it for you.
Do you truly wish to? Thank you very much. I would start your investigation by asking the homeless around here. It is from a bared man, and I heard this rumor. Many are gathering near the small huts near the factory.
Alright. There you go, so another quest. The Devil's Shadow. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7 quests other than the main quest already. We are busy as hell. And the funny part is that it actually makes kind of makes sense that we would like be walking around town asking if people need help or something, because remember, we are an agent, so we are trained for these types of situations. So in the war period, we are like trying to help as many people as possible. Not only because like we might be like a good Samaritan, but also because it's our job, right? And we just became vampires. You don't become like an asshole vampire from like one night to the next. It's a process, you know. That's a weird door. Okay. So we have a lot. We already need to infiltrate. We already need to kill. We already need to investigate a cult. Hey.
Good evening, miss. Can I help you?
Yes, I have a reservation under the name Murnau.
Let me check. Right, your name is in the book. Your company says that the room will be paid for during your stay, but I'm sorry to say that they didn't include breakfast.
Oh, don't worry. I'm a morning person. I'm not a morning person. Can you tell the room number?
Room 203. Here's the key. Have a good night.
Okay, thank you. So there you go. Let me check here just to see if we can...
Good evening. Can I help you?
No. Just checking to see if there's something. This place is huge. There's a fella here. Cannot interact with him. Too far. Okay, let's look on the floor just in case. Oh, here's Chunk again. Newspaper. Cannot interact with it. This is a laundry. Okay. We actually need to find a kitchen. Because of the decrypted message. Oh, that's probably the lady, right?
Oh, good evening.
Oh, are you Mrs. Smith?
Yes, I am. Who asked?
Your son sent you a message. He will arrive at Portsmouth on Friday to take you to London. Meanwhile, rent a room here in the hotel.
Really? It's good to know he received my message. Thanks.
You're welcome. There you go. So it was the lady. So we need to go back to get the XP for the quest, but first let's try to find our room here. 203, right? Man, this place is absolutely huge, massive. Okay. Okay. Just in case. I don't think they would like put items in the bathroom, but who knows, right? And I only have £5. I don't have anything else, so I'm beyond broke. So I need as much money as I can get. Employees only, sure. So let's go up. These are the stairs from the... This is basically the Ocean House Hotel, this entrance right here. It's basically the Ocean House Hotel when it was open. That's kind of the way that this place is set up, if you remember from the first Bloodlines game. So 100, so probably we need to go up a floor, right? Yeah, but let's explore everything here, just in case, obviously. Oh, so what the... Not even a knock? I'm gonna scream. Sorry, I've got into the wrong room. Good night. Beautiful eyes, Jesus. Those are the most beautiful eyes I've ever seen in this game. Such a random thing. Okay. Oh, she's probably like a blood doll. I think in the patch notes they said that they put like a blood doll in the hotel, so that's the lady. Okay. So nothing. Man, imagine if we could find like some blood packs, be awesome. Because we are playing with the Arsenal mod from Lanuska, which is, I don't know if that's a male name or a female name, to be honest. But Lanuska created the Arsenal mod. So all the weapons do way more damage, and there are weapons that are like flamethrowers or like the fire crossbow and things of that nature. The fire crossbow I think is actually in the vanilla game, but he introduced a bunch of new weapons. So actually playing this version of the game with a ranged character is actually better. In the base game, I actually think it's the opposite. I think playing with a melee character is way better. And also you spend way less money because you don't need to buy bullets, you know. This lady was here when I played last time. Has the same model of the vampire outside, by the way, but it's not her, I think. Alright, this place is huge. Okay. Last one. Oh, what are you doing in my room? Sorry, I've got into the wrong room. Good night. There you go. So that's the second blood doll. So I'm pretty sure they added like one male and one female. Alright, so we found nothing useful. Employees only. Man, if the lockpick's not here, we are in trouble. We really need that lockpick. It's way too important. Oh, these rooms are way better. 6, okay. Radio. What's that? Some sort of classical construction. I don't know enough about architecture to know where this is from. Locked? Huh. Interesting. Why? I don't remember a quest here. But maybe there is one. Oh, this looks cool. Kind of Lovecraftian in a way. Okay. Vents. So we know where to get blood if we need to. We have like literally 3 blood dolls in the hotel. 4. This lady's alive too, yeah. This is the lady from the Surfside Diner in Santa Monica. Same model. You're the health inspector, you guys remember? This is the room. I have the key. Funny that I have the key to my room, but I can open all the other rooms without a key. So my room is the only one that I need a key for. And that anybody would need a key for because all the other ones are open for some reason. Except that one that is locked. I think it was like 207, I think. Okay, so there you go. Okay. Let's read. So, greetings, my child. The woman you need to contact lives near the Irish pub. Good luck. Don't disappoint our family, your father. Okay. Oh, there you go, lockpick. Gold ring. Normal watch. And lockpick. There you go. With the lockpick, we'll be able to do way more. Yeah. So the last thing we're going to do today, we are going to go to where the telegraph is. We are going to deliver the quest that we completed. Where is it? Here? Ooh. Oh, can I jump? Alright. So that was quite a trip, huh? This episode, unfortunately, is like slightly longer than I wished it was going to be. I was like hoping for like just like an hour, but this place is so huge, and I wanted to get as many quests as possible, and I wanted you guys to like feel the vibe. It's so different because you're like part of like this huge plan. You have like a huge purpose. In the other game, the main point is that you don't have one. You need to find it during the game. So it's a completely different like proposition in terms of like storytelling. Okay.
Hey, did you decode and deliver any message?
Yes, it's done.
Really? Fantastic. I would like to pay you for your time and, well, for your description.
So, thanks. Take advantage of the empty nights and start learning.
Will do, thanks.
See ya. There you go. So, our first quest complete. Let's see. We have delivered the radio message and have been paid for it. There you go. We have 2 XP points. We cannot do anything with these yet. Alright. Almost clicked on the auto level. That's the worst thing that you can possibly do in this game, is to click on. I'm going to even recheck like a couple of times just to make sure that I'm not doing that. I'm always afraid of clicking on the auto level. Okay. So that's it, guys. That's War Games. That's just the beginning of the first hub. This game is absolutely massive. I don't know if this game is bigger than the original version of Bloodlines, but if it isn't bigger, it's almost the same size. And as you can see, the entire mechanic of the game is completely different. So the game as a game, the gameplay wise is the same, identical, but as a story, the characters, the setting, the environment, the conjuncture, everything is different, literally everything. So if you want a new experience in basically replaying Bloodlines again from scratch, but in a different situation with like different characters and all that stuff, this is the mod for you. I think calling it a mod is almost like a disservice. I would literally call this another Bloodlines, just literally another game using like the same engine, so to speak. So that's it, guys. We've been playing this game for a long time, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.